guys, really fall is just around the corner, and it is getting the kids off to school. You want to put on those jeans and you go, oh my gosh, what happened? And I think it's truly a time to get a jump start in front of the holiday eating season. So how do you do it? Well, you're going to do it one of the most effective ways possible by our friends from Nutrisystem. They literally have helped millions, like you're seeing on the screen, John here, millions of people to truly feel and look their very best. And they do it in a really unique and an easy program. How about this? Let's all eat and just lose weight. I mean, it's just when it comes right down to it, that's exactly what they do. Eat great food, eat a lot of food, more than you'd ever imagine, and just lose weight while you're doing it. I'm so excited tonight because I get to launch a game changer. This is one of those evenings that if you've said, you know what, I need to get it all under control. Yes, I want to fit into that dress. Yes, I want to wear a jacket I haven't worn in a while. Yes, I want to look great for the holidays. Right now is the time to do it. Look at Sheila, look at these before and afters. It truly works. Now here's what they've done. This is really crucial to please listen to me at this moment. This is our very last Nutrisystem Today special of the entire year. This is it. It's your only chance. And the other thing that surprised me, because I get to do a lot of the Nutrisystem shows, is how few we have. Whether you want single ship or you want auto ship till the end of this year so you can wrap up the year in style, we only have about 4,000 total. We're going to go through a ton of that in this first airing tonight. And if you're not familiar with Nutrisystem or you're not sure how the program works, we're going to really walk you through why you eat and lose weight. It truly is that simple. No measuring, none of the crazy stuff. You don't have to weigh anything. You don't have to worry. Now, here's what you're getting, which is huge. You're getting a 22-day kit. That's every single day, brunch or breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you're going to get your snacks. And then you have weekends or just 2 days off to yourself. If you look from this end of the table, and Josh and the camera folks are going to have to widen way out to this end of the table, you're getting everything you see here that literally will take you through an entire month, including, I love the containers. That's one of my favorite things. I've fallen in love with them. And you even get your own cutting board because you will add some good veggies in it. Well, I'm very excited because I love working with this next woman you're about to meet. Kat Carney's joining me. And for a very long time, Kat was on television with CNN as their health anchor, and she has her own personal story. And Kat, we can see you from baby pictures here almost, right?
Oh yeah, like I was someone who just always had a weight issue. But before I get started, someone's lost some weight I'm seeing here.
Thank you.
I see it, all belted.
Yeah. Well, you know what's really funny? Since last time I saw you, I started the Nutrisystem and I wanted to try 1 month. And I will tell you, that was the best decision I've ever made. And it was the jump start for me now down about 19 pounds.
That's awesome. Well, I can tell, girl. I can tell.
You. And look at you, too.
Thank you. We got the waist going.
About your coat. This is so cute. Because I was like, man, I said, you've lost some more weight, too.
Well, you know what? The thing is I'm someone who just always had a weight issue from the time I was a child into adolescence. I was that kid who couldn't buy boots that would zip up because they wouldn't zip up over my calf. As an adult, I would walk into a store and like say a prayer that I could find anything that fit. If I could just get it on, I would buy it. And then my top weight had gotten up to over 240 pounds. I went on a trendy diet. I powered off the weight. I lost 90 pounds. I was on the Oprah show, thought I had made it. And from that day, I started gaining the weight back. And I gained it all back plus some. And now I was working as an anchor on CNN, a medical anchor. And a friend saw me on air, saw that I had put, you know, close to 90 pounds back on.
Wow.
And he said, you know, have you thought about Nutrisystem? And I remember it like it was yesterday, but it was really over 15 years ago. I said, I've tried everything. And he said, if you haven't tried Nutrisystem, you haven't tried everything. And I decided to try it just that first month, just so I could check the box to go, okay, I've tried it. And I didn't think anything would work for me.
Add one more thing to the list.
Yep, let me just try it. And you know what? I went on the program. The first thing I noticed was how good the food was. It was delicious. I was full. I wasn't hangry every single day. And within under 5 months, I'd lost 45 pounds. And you know what? These are the pants that I was wearing on my summer vacation right before I started
Girl,
Nutrisystem.
squish way up there. You
I'm gonna come all the way out here. These are the pants that I was wearing.
Wow.
I can now stand in one leg of these pants. And I've been bringing them with me. Every time I come to do a presentation, I bring the pants because this is the reminder of what I used to be. And Nutrisystem taught me what I learned, needed to know to keep the weight off. And over the last few years, I mean, we're all sitting at home, baking bread, drinking rosé. I put some weight back on, and I was like, I know what to do. I can go back on Nutrisystem. And this jacket that I'm wearing right now, do you ever go into a store, you're like, I'm gonna buy that, you know it doesn't fit, but you're like, one day I'm gonna be in that jacket. This is that jacket for me.
That's awesome.
I have never worn it. It has been in my closet for years.
And you said last time I saw you, she said, I couldn't even get my arm in.
Couldn't even get my arm in.
And she had already, you had lost a lot of weight already.
May was when I was here last, could not even, because it was like that vanity jacket, like one day I'm gonna be in it. Well, guess what? That day is today, I'm in it.
Yay! And it was funny because we were both looking at each other and she goes, oh, I love that dress. And I go, you know, I've had this dress for probably 20 years and I haven't worn it in the last 15. And I thought, daggone it, when I was coming in to do the Nutrisystem show, I said, I am throwing the dress on. I very rarely will belt anything because I've always been so self-conscious of my belly area. But tonight I was like, heck yes, I can fit in that dress.
My waist is snatched, I'm gonna wear the belt.
I'm like, heck yes, I didn't even want to belt it up tonight. Well, guys, and really for me, that key was the jumpstart that Nutrisystem provided me. And I think it's interesting because you did it so many years ago. And what I love is they strive to make everything better, healthier, easier. So as we move into today, the assortment I know is one of your favorites. Like you picked your faves.
These are my faves.
Yeah, and let's get into that. What they do, because they work so hard to make it more delicious and better for you all the time.
Now, what you see here, this is 4 weeks worth of food. You see there it says 22 days. It's 4 weeks. So 5 days a week you're going to be following the Nutrisystem program, and then 2 days a week you get to go on your own. Because Nutrisystem is so confident that if you're following the Nutrisystem plan 5 days a week, 2 days a week, you can still eat out with your friends and family. And we'll give you guidance on what you can eat while you're out, but you're still going to lose weight because nobody wants to be like in diet prison for the time it takes them to lose the weight. Some of these other programs, you're drinking juice for, you know, day in and day out. Maybe you're cutting out a whole food group day in and day out. Your friends call you and say, hey, let's go someplace. You can't go because you're like, oh, I'm on a diet. But with Nutrisystem, you can still live your life and you can start to see results immediately. And that's eating all day long. If you're seeing down here at the end, the yellows. Yellow is breakfast. Everything is color-coded. You mentioned a moment ago how easy Nutrisystem is. Yes. You get up in the morning, you say, do I want a chocolate chip muffin? Do I want oatmeal? Do I want granola? And then you're adding fresh fruits that you're getting from the grocery store and dairy. Then you move on to lunch. Lunch is color-coded in blue. And I love, we've got bars, we've got mac and cheese, everything that you normally, tuna salad, things that, again, you know and love. These are the things that I know and love. Then red is dinner. How about thick crust pizza for dinner? Or ravioli with meat sauce? Or mac and cheese with turkey sausage? And you're not done eating at that point.
Keep eating.
Then every night, a snack or a dessert. Chocolate-covered pretzels, cheese puffs, popcorn. And you also are getting 7 shakes with your first order, and that's because in your first week, you're doing what we call the Fast 5. So you can lose up to 5 pounds in your first week, and that's to jumpstart your weight. How often have you gone on one of those other programs and you get on the scale, you're like, I know I did this, I know I'm gonna see a number, and you get on the scale, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't lose any weight. Well, when Nutrisystem said, we want you to see results from that very first week, and that's why they created the Fast 5 program.
And I gotta tell you, I absolutely love the containers. As nerdy as that sounds, my kit that we had when I saw you last had the containers with it, and they are the greatest little containers because I put my dressings in there and I do all my little snacks inside there. So I love them. I bring a little snack pack to work. That's how I've been able to have the success because I really control what I'm putting in my mouth, obviously. But this is really, truly what kickstarted it all. Now, let me give you a quick update on auto ship because this is unique. You can lock in tonight's price through the end of the year. Absolutely get the auto ship. You can always cancel it, guys. It's every 30 days and the food comes right to your door. You don't have to go to the grocery at all, which is pretty cool, except for get some accessory things, which we'll talk about. But basically, it comes right to your door, so it's really convenient. I want to take a moment, though, because this is a little different than in May, I don't know about you guys, but it was in May, but I think we're all feeling it a lot more. How much does it cost you when you go to the groceries to buy just a few items? Do you know you can eat at about $9 per day, $9 a day on the Nutrisystem program? So if you are looking at your grocery budget and you're eating really healthy, really good stuff that tastes amazing, like it's not like you're eating like cardboardy stuff, it's so delicious. But if you're looking at your food bill and you're saying, well, yeah, I'd like to be healthier, I'd like to eat healthier, they've done all the science research for you, and I wanna cut my food bill down dramatically, guys, you're basically eating for $200 a month. That is unprecedented. One drive-through, one call to the DoorDashy place, and you're already spending, what, $20, $30, $40 trying to feed yourself, right?
I mean, movie popcorn is $13.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
And here's your
with the
popcorn
soda,
right here.
Right, right. So I just want you to keep that in mind, because a lot of people I know are approaching Nutrisystem simply because their grocery bill is unbelievable. It's too expensive to actually buy at the groceries anymore.
That's right. It's expensive, and then you don't really know what's going to work. So many of us say, you know what, I want to lose a few pounds. And, you know, it's all personal, whether you want to lose 5 pounds or 105 pounds. Your reasons are your reasons. But the thing is that you have to do when you're trying to lose weight, the healthy way, is you have to eat. No matter what regimen you're trying to follow, what thing you're doing, you have to eat. You're going to have to eat for the next 4 weeks. So why not eat Nutrisystem? Why not get up in the morning and say, you know what, my breakfast is there for me. At lunch, it's there for me. I was someone who was always thinking about food. I would wake up in the morning thinking, what am I gonna eat for breakfast? While I was eating my breakfast, I was thinking what I was eating for lunch. I'm a stress eater, an emotional eater. A stressful day, I'm like, gosh, I want some chocolate. And then I would also, I remember when I was on Nutrisystem, I left work one day, I was very stressed out, and my car just drove to the fast food restaurant, drove to the lane. I didn't do it, like it was the car. But while I was sitting in the lane, I remember thinking, wait a minute, I have lasagna at home. I have food, I have Nutrisystem. I pulled out and I went home and my meals were there ready for me. And I had that comfort food. I had the chocolate. Because some days only chocolate can do. I can get up in the morning, I can have a chocolate muffin, I can have a chocolate bar for lunch.
That's right.
Dinner, mac and cheese, but hey, even that it's very guilt-free, but you're still eating great food and losing weight.
But isn't it funny? Did you find that you felt like you should feel guilty?
Yes.
Like you eat that mac and cheese with the turkey in it, or oh my God, the food is so good. And I kept thinking, something doesn't seem right.
That's right, that's right. And you're looking at going, well, gosh, yeah, it's cheese, it's this, and am I gonna lose weight? I really didn't think I was gonna lose weight when I started the program because I was eating all day long. And by the end of the day, sometimes I was like, gosh, I'm not even hungry, but I still have a snack to eat. And the goal here is to follow the program. Eat all of the food. Don't say, well, I'm only gonna eat half of it so I'll lose more weight. No, Nutrisystem has figured it out. Eat the food. And if you're thinking, gosh, I just feel like I'm being so indulgent, you are, and you're going to lose weight. You're gonna have success.
And I'm telling you, right, the first part, you're like, this is gonna be impossible. And then when you start to see it happen, and also you'll feel it. For me, it wasn't the results necessarily as fast, but the next day or two, I could physically feel different because they control the sodium, they control the amount of proteins, they have that all mathematically figured out. So you and I just eat.
That's right.
Like it just couldn't be easier, simpler. All right, now we have a testimonial. So which one are we gonna go to, Rocky? Oh, Marie, let's talk a little bit about Marie, because she obviously is the face of Nutrisystem as well as Miss Cat, so check this out.
I am a real customer, and I love still being here, telling people don't give up. I'm living proof that Nutrisystem works and it changes your life, and you don't ever have to be that again. They fix it for you. They help you love yourself and move forward and have a great life.
And you know what? A lot of people don't know this about Marie. She was sitting at home watching a program just like this and said, you know what? I need to lose some weight. And she had her assistant call and order Nutrisystem so that people wouldn't know that she was on a quote unquote diet. And then she got on that dancing show. So she was dancing off her pounds while she was on Nutrisystem. And she's now, one of Nutrisystem's greatest ambassadors. We still talk about like our favorite meals. I mean, mine right here, the rotini with meatballs is so good. And you know what? Look at Keith, who lost 55 pounds in 12 months on Nutrisystem. Because this is a program for women and for men. Everyone will get enough to eat. Everyone will get the right nourishment. So we have a lot of partners that go on the program, or maybe one partner goes on and says, oh, wait a minute, I want to go on it too. Look at Laura, who lost 30 pounds in 6 months. So whether, again, you have 30 pounds to lose or 130 pounds to lose, Nutrisystem meets you where you are and then gets you to where you want to go. And it feels effortless. this. I mean, I remember when I was growing up trying to lose weight, everything was so hard. Ken, he's a medical professional. He lost 65 pounds in 11 months. But if you're sitting at home thinking, wow, I wonder if I could get those results, the only way to know if those can be your results is to give the program a try. Susan gave it a try. She lost 41 pounds in 8 months. And the question is, what are your results going to be? What is your success story going to be? Because you do have a story, and it can start today when you make that decision right now to say, I want to give Nutrisystem a try. And you can be eating things like this, like rotini with meatballs, or that mac and cheese with white cheddar.
And it feels like the most guilty indulgence in the world.
I love
and you
it.
can see I'm having at it. I'm not concerned one bit. Because again, all of the thinking is done for us. That's what's the beauty of Nutrisystem. You eat, lose weight. I mean, come on. Could that be any simpler? I love the fact too, Kat, that you don't have to measure anything. You don't have to weigh anything. You don't have to have a specific plate and put little bits and pieces. You don't have to, like they always say, oh, eat a piece of chicken the size of your palm. I'm like, I don't know, deck of cards. I hate all that. I think it's too complicated. And when it's really complicated, we don't do it, or we try it for a couple weeks, then we fall off the wagon, then we're back to our bad eating habits. With Nutrisystem, you wake up, you grab a color, and you go.
That's right.
I love the fact it's convenient. I love the fact it's easy, so easy. You don't have to chop up veggies. You don't have to do a big fancy recipe and then divide that up over the week and do it all on Sunday. You literally look in the box. That's how I did it. I had the box out on my counter, and I just picked a color for that meal or that moment or that snack and enjoyed it and felt completely guilt-free. And I'm telling you, I tried it for a month, and that absolutely was my kickstart. That was my kickstart to losing almost 20 pounds now. And I was thrilled because it got me there, and it taught me a lot doing it.
That's
so
right.
it just once you get going, then you start seeing the results, then you're more motivated to stick with it.
Yeah, what you said a moment ago about teaching you, that's so important, because with Nutrisystem, you're learning portion control really from day one, and everything you're seeing here is an actual portion that you're going to be eating. We didn't double or triple anything up. These are actual portions. You're adding a salad or fresh veggies, but you're learning from day one. And I remember when I took my weekends off, like about my third week on the program. I said, oh, I'm gonna go to my favorite restaurant and I'm gonna eat a full meal. I couldn't even eat it all now because I was learning now what my body really needed to get through the day. And
Do you find that fascinating?
I mean, because I've always wondered with people who are like, oh, I just stop eating on my own. I don't eat, blah, blah, blah. But I was never that type of person. I would eat and I would clean my plate. Whatever was put in front of me in a restaurant, I would clean the plate. But now I was noticing I was just stopping eating because now I was full. And and I said it was like about that third week that I said, oh, I'm gonna go eat out. The third week is also about the time that people around me start noticing that I'm on a program. Start going, hey, are you doing something different? Is something going on with your hair? It's the 6th week when people are like, okay, what are you doing?
What's up?
And it's been, let's see, you and I haven't seen each other since May. And we were both like, right before the show, it was like, how much weight have you lost? How much weight have you lost? What's going on?
I did. I was like, girl, and she's like, look at you. But isn't that fun that you can start something and a couple months later, truly, I mean, this is an honest to God true story. Last time we saw each other, we were both more pounds than we are tonight. And since May, I've lost almost 20. And clearly you've lost even more weight. And it's fun. It's so great to find a system that doesn't stress you out to be able to do it. And then when you put on, like, I have a pair of jeans. Oh, this dress is a great example. I've not worn this just in probably 15 years. I've owned it for 20. And I finally thought, I'm doing Nutrisystem tonight. I'm gonna wear a dress that I couldn't even button up. And it's all buttons from the top to the bottom, right? And so I was so tickled to put a belt on, even put a belt on. Like, how crazy is that? Something as simple as, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna show my tummy area, made me really proud and really happy that I'm not self-conscious about that anymore. And I think what Nutrisystem does so well is they do make it easy for you to feel and be your very best. Wherever you are on that scale, whether it's 10 pounds or 110 pounds, this is here for you. And tonight's the time to do it. And here's why. This is so crucial. Kat and the whole team, this is their last day special of the rest of the year. And by gosh, start it tonight.
Right.
Because in a couple weeks, you'll feel different. In a couple of months, you'll look different. In several months, you'll look extremely different. And why not do it tonight while you can get ahead of the true eating season? Because there's nothing worse, I think, than you're struggling all summer, you go into fall, kids get back to school, crazy, you're still eating bad habits and going through drive-thrus, and then we hit Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That's right.
I mean, and then in January, we're even more miserable. So get the head start now on all of what I call the holiday eating season. So you'll go into it feeling much better than you ever have.
Feeling much better, and also with a program in place where, like I said, this is a weekends off program. So you can take Thanksgiving Day off. So you've got something in place. And I'm someone who's hot all the time. I walk around with a fan. I got a fan back here, y'all. I got a fan. I carry a fan. What I hate about the fall, they turn the heat on. We're bundled up in clothes. Yeah. But see, if you go ahead and you start taking the weight off now, come fall, you'll be there. Come January, your New Year's resolution will be to maintain your weight. And people are gonna be like, well, how did you do it? I lost weight eating things like double chocolate chip muffins. And that's not a dessert, that's a breakfast.
That's breakfast,
That
kids.
is breakfast.
This is a happy way to start your day. I love that.
Absolutely, and you know what? Maria Osmond taught me to pop that in the microwave for about 5 seconds, let the chocolate chips melt. So delicious. But this is a program that gets results. Take a look at Lindsay here. Oh wait, nope. Yes, take a look at Lindsay, who lost 47 pounds in 12 months. 47 pounds is life-changing. For me, 12 pounds is about a size. I mean, she was beautiful in her before, but she said, you know what? I want to be beautifuler. I want to be the best me I can be. She gave Nutrisystem a try. Linda said, you know what? I'm going to give Nutrisystem a try. She lost 80 pounds in 12 months. And these are real people who saw presentations like this, saw the commercials, had a friend that was on Nutrisystem and said, you know what? I've seen success in other people. Let me see what it can do in my life. I mean, 80 pounds is just spectacular.
Oh my God. Okay, so here's what I love, and this is leading up to another point. I put the no's down here. No tracking calories, no weighing out food, no measuring amounts, no complicated recipes, and there's a whole ton of yeses. What I really love is the Nutrisystem team works so hard to give you great flavor, great texture, great food, but there's no high fructose, no corn syrup, no artificial trans fat inside here, no flavors other than the real flavor, no artificial flavors or no artificial sweeteners. There's a lot of no's that are great inside here.
That's right.
But also they control your sodium intake. So I kind of want you to talk about this for us as well.
You know what? And sodium is so important because experts say that we should have fewer than 2,300 milligrams of sodium in a day. But look at there on the left. The average American adult consumes 3,463 milligrams of sodium per day. That's well over the USDA recommended limit of 2,300. But when you're on the Nutrisystem program and you've eaten all of your meals for the day, you've only consumed about 1,850 milligrams of sodium. So this is a program that you can feel good taking to your doctor saying, hey, you know, I want to go on Nutrisystem. You know, look at the sodium count. Look at the nutrients here. You know, I'm someone who's very conscious about the sodium I eat. So that was important for me. Sometimes you go to the grocery store, you go into like the frozen food aisle, you throw it in, you look at the back. That one meal might have 2,000 milligrams of sodium. This is a program, when you're on Nutrisystem, you don't have to worry about that. You just eat the food and lose the weight. Get on the scale every week and go, wow, I've lost more weight. Get on the scale the next week, I've lost more weight. Or you know what I did in May, because Suzanne asked me, well, how much weight did you lose? I'm like, you know what? I didn't even know. I now know how well Nutrisystem works. I'm like, as long as I'm following the program, I'll lose. And you know, I know I'll be there. And I pulled this jacket out maybe 2 days before I was packing to come here. And I was like, oh, let me just try it on. And I tried it on and it fit. Awesome. So to me, that's the best result. And also, or walking into a room and someone going, oh my gosh, like, what have you been doing? You look great. It feels so good. And that's something that I want for you. I want you to have, however you see yourself in your mind's eye, you know what? Maybe it's 5 pounds lighter, or maybe it's 105 pounds lighter or smaller. Nutrisystem can absolutely get you there, but you have to do one thing, and that's make the decision right now to call HSN, to go on the app and say, you know what? I want one of those. How many did you say there are for the day?
Oh, we only have between the single ship and the auto ship a little over 4,000. And that's such a teeny amount. Usually we bring in a ton more for today's special.
And you know what? We brought free gifts this time too.
Yeah, yeah.
See the portion control containers you have here in the morning, in the front here? Those are things, that's a free gift. You get a free cutting board, you get free breakfast, you get free lunches. And you know what? The reason we're giving you free is because when you're on the program, people are gonna be like, well, can I taste it? now you've got things that they can taste. Here, have this lunch bar, you can taste it, and then go to HSN and call and see if you can get it. But you can only get the special price today.
Yes, this is it, today. And also talk about the return policy, because I think this is interesting.
Oh, you know what?
This is the best.
And we call it the Nutrisystem Challenge. You're gonna receive 4 weeks worth of food. 4 weeks of breakfast, 4 weeks of lunches, 4 weeks of dinners, 4 weeks of snacks and desserts, and you're going to get 7 protein shakes. We want you to eat all of the food, drink all of the shakes, follow the program exactly. And at the end of 4 weeks, if for any reason you aren't happy with the results, maybe that jacket, you're like, oh, that's good, I don't want to lose weight. If for any reason you're unhappy, call HSN and say, I want my money back, and they'll give it to you. And there's nothing to send back because you've eaten all of the food.
Consumed it.
Yep. And if you're thinking, wait a minute, did she just say eat all the food? Eat all the food, because you have to eat something for the next 4 weeks. You gotta eat something. Right. You can't go to a restaurant and eat for 4 weeks and then say, you know what, I want my money back. You can't go to the grocery store and shop as the prices go up every week and then at the end of 4 weeks say, I want my money back. But you can do it here, and you can do it with Nutrisystem, because we know the program works, but we want you to see how the program works in your life. And you can only do that when you make the decision today. And I know if you're like me, you've tried other programs, they didn't work, they were hard, they didn't taste good. Nutrisystem has done all of the work for you. We know the food is delicious. We know the food will help you lose weight. So just meet us halfway and place that call. And I'll be looking forward to hearing your success in a few weeks from now.
And we're gonna hear from Joey in just a second, because Joey's great, but I do wanna mention a couple things. If you wanna get more of the shakes, because I don't know if you noticed, but I've drank half of mine already. I was so excited.
They're so
they taste
yummy.
so good. We have an entire chocolate set, an entire vanilla set. We have a combo set. That's available. If you want more snacks, we also have a whole bunch of different extra snacks you can get.